primary goal of fire safety is to protect all of us from injury or potentially loss of life. The secondary goal of fire safety is to prevent property damage and protection of our operations. Let's cover fire prevention first. I think we all know that a fire must have fuel, heat, and oxygen to ignite and maintain combustion. If all three are not present, a fire will not ignite or be able to sustain combustion. Fuel is any kind of combustible materials such as paper, oils, wood, gases, plastics, liquids, or rubber. Heat sources include lightning, cigarettes, engine sparks, matches, etc. The best way to prevent fires in the workplace include clean environments. There are so many reasons why we should keep our buildings neat and tidy. And one of the reasons is because when there is a lot of clutter, especially flammable materials like paper or boxes, it can make a fire spread faster. This clutter can also block exits and make it harder to escape. All locations have a designated smoking area. Make sure to extinguish and properly dispose of cigarette butts. Inspect electrical cords for breaks, frays, and make sure they are plugged in firmly into outlets. Avoid overloading power strips or surge protectors. Make sure that all hazardous chemicals or hazardous waste is stored properly. And remember to always put oil-soaked rags in your fire-resistant covered cans. Don't just leave them laying around. When confronted with a fire, remember the acronym RACE. Rescue those in immediate danger if it's safe to do so. Alarm others in the area by activating the fire alarm, sounding the air horn, or making an overhead announcement. Confine the fire. Close all doors to rooms in the area of the fire and turn off electrical equipment if it's safe to do so. And extinguish the fire if it is small, you are trained, and comfortable doing so. If not, evacuate. It is easy to remember how to use a fire extinguisher when you remember PASS.
This is your typical Class A fire extinguisher. We use the PASS method when putting out a fire. The first step is to pull the pin to break the seal, which is right here. You will aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the operating handle to operate the extinguisher to discharge the agent, and sweep from side to side from the base of the fire to extinguish the fire.
At the beginning of our training today, you saw a picture of the explosion damage to the Coleman plant in Wichita. This plant is located just west of the Wichita branch. There's nothing but a field and railroad tracks that separate our two buildings and businesses. The cause of this fire was a forklift operator punctured a crate that had propane cylinders in it. Only one person was injured, which is amazing considering a 3-alarm fire and all the damage. I'd like for you all to hear and see what the fire chief's comments were afterwards. Here we go.
From the safety standpoint and injury-wise from the firefighters and even the Coleman employee, one injury is still one too many, unknown on the status or the condition of what occurred from that employee. But again, we give a lot of kudos and props to Coleman Industries for having a evacuation and accountability plan.
And Chief O'Cady also credits the company for having working fire sprinklers, which kept the fire from spreading even more.
So we all just heard how important it is for everybody to know what to do in the event of an emergency. I know we just covered emergency action plans last month, but I want to reiterate how important it is that emergency exits are always unobstructed, that emergency exit doors are operable, and that we all know where our rally points are. Let's just do a quick recap of this month's training. We should all practice fire prevention methods daily. Keep your work areas clean and clutter-free. Always make sure you have a clear path of escape and follow your gut instincts relative to fighting a fire with an extinguisher. If you are trained and feel comfortable using a fire extinguisher, remember, pass. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. If a fire is spreading quickly, evacuate immediately to the rally point and never, ever endanger your own safety. That's it for our fire safety training this month. I hope you all have a great day, a great month, and remember to stay safe and healthy. Thank you, everyone.